I bet everything on my wedding ring. Yep, you whore. I bet you would. And I bet that when that wedding ring got taken, somebody else's wedding ring was nominated. Yep. I'm not gonna say names with this one. I don't want people to get spoiled again from this. So you know who it is. You could have just asked. Please tell the universe to let me know who it is and what happened to it. You chose to upgrade and then they downgraded. So we're gonna talk about how you upgraded and how I'm guessing based off of logic, but could be off, as this is entertainment only. Wow, they downgraded. Queen, huh? Radiates the regal feminine. And then the other is just arrogant. I want to control you. I want to know where you're at. This is the male. That it's a manly trait, actually. To me, it is anyway. This doesn't mean that it's certain. Let's just flip some cards. To upgrade, I work on myself. Right, this could have been a temper. Public fighting, just making scenes, being part of a scene. This is chaos magic too. I believe that some of you, this is for women. Stop messing with this shit, and it was hard. This is deep-seated brujeria. Bruja. Yep, the bruja. And I don't feel like I don't really want to stop. I didn't want to stop for me. Is this the same as it is for an addiction? What if I stop and now I'm resentful? Who am I resentful towards? The other side are many. And why am I even pondering this, or why am I saying this to you? Yeah, I feel like someone's like, forget it, I'm done. You know, I'm just, I'm going to make this decision on my own. Take the heat for it. That's what this felt like. I love this shaking. Chick-fil-A, black and white. We have day and dad. We'll do day. Day. Oh, that's funny. Day. That's what's spelled out. Day and O. Daylight come, anyone go home. This could be the difference between you being able to move back home and a sibling. For someone, it's a cousin that was like a sister. And I believe, God, so much here. I need to slow down. They're getting a lot of information about you. They're fine. When you're someone that chooses to upgrade, we all know that you are a problem to those who do not. You are somebody's opposition. Whether I don't know that they exist. And I don't know what this was about, but now I'm involved. And my life is going to be affected because of it. And they're going to add people to this group and now I'm going to be a victim of bullying and targeting, and I'm not really sure why. This could be with the hero and heroine. This could be those of you who got off fentanyl and went to Suboxone. How dare you not sell your soul on a daily basis to the point where you're crawling in your own skin in the corner? How dare you not put money in my pocket? For some of you, you weren't even putting money in their pocket. They liked using you as a slave or the kicking of the Messiah. That you could represent a god or goddess type of person. Wow, I can't be that person anymore. I have to get used to being someone else, completely different, or that side to me that I thought was gone, or I could put on a shelf at least for a little bit longer than this. Daylight coming. You live a healthier life now, whatever this is. Could have been that you were always having health scares, and it feels like whatever it was, it could have affected other people. Like, I'm always having health scares because I'm not eating right, or I'm not living my life right, and now I'm always getting evicted, or I always wind up in the ER with some type of thing to get some drugs, or just to get attention. Things like that, or the health thing could just be, I gotta come over and change this and change that, and it could be that you lost weight. That would be the upgrade. Levels better than where you were before. Maybe for some of you, you leveled up and you took a break. You could be a little iffy. And I know right now I'm on the borderline of going backwards, which could be you fall now over your weight, right? That your whatever your line in the sand was. And if I let it go today, I let it go tomorrow. I don't have to go to the gym. Let me walk around the block 3 or 4 times and then at least get that momentum going. Then when I get up tomorrow, I automatically think how I walked around the block. And then now I'm going to want to do that again. If it's reprogramming yourself again, I'm not sure what happened, and it shit happens. It's just life. Life is just a series of events, interactions, choices, outcomes, ups, downs, and how we deal with them, and who we turn out to be as a being. The gods, I believe, turned out to be that. It's an earthly term. It just is supreme beings, the knowing, if not all-knowing, and powerful, strong, brave, things like that. That's the this chick. This feels like a parade. This is a queen. Where you could be meditating or sleeping, and because you changed your diet or your vessel's becoming more clean, you're being shown things about you in the past. This feels like singing and walking down to a throne. Those times. And you could be, oh wow, this feels like wealth, jewels, treasure. This could even have been a boat, a pot, like back then. A dock. It reminded you of Count of Monte Cristo. You could have seen that you were targeted then. Maybe they're letting you know that for you women, this could be when the fall happened, where pharaohs, you could be shown that pharaohs overthrew, and the women were actually running the economy. Okay? This could even be some type of attack, some planned attack. Like, it just seems like the same shit. Different outfits, different weaponry. It's the same thing. They're attacking the women who have some type of powerful role or potential for, or knowing, or some type of shit that she carries, that instead of getting to know you, because I don't want to get to know them. They're beautiful, or the karma comes with them. I want to try and do this from afar. They're the reaper on foot. They're the reaping. Someone called you the reaping. So they try to figure out a way, and I feel like the 6 of Wands could represent science, space, shit like that. A way to try to pull your energy out of your body, of your etheric body, which maybe they may not have known that it was creating physical pain for you. Some people knew. I don't think they knew that it was like that. Excuse me. The only way to know with something like this, with the shit that some of you were feeling, is for others to feel it when it was on blast, right? Because people are now, they're being honest, but it's freeing them. I can be honest because I know you did something wrong. I know you did, because what I'm learning now is there's about a handful of people who don't do the stupid shit that we do. Granted, some of us only did one stupid thing, and I'm finding out that others did about 6. So we can gauge how good we are of people or how bad we are of that later. I need to get this off my chest, because I need to know that when this thing just goes haywire, public, I need to know that whatever I said and whatever involvement I had, that's it. And I'm recording myself saying it on my own phone to you. Yeah, to try to, but this feels like the third eye was blocked. Yeah, man. Now, I eat fried food. Tell them I eat fried food. I do a little, yeah, a little. I don't know what it's like. I'll tell you what, it may not be the food and what we put in our bodies as far as ingesting that way, but it could be what we put in our bodies sexually affects your third eye even more, and how important that is. Blocking you from this infinite wisdom, which is what this Hierophant represents, or this would be the supreme, your most high, your supreme creator. Could definitely be a female with the Queen of Wands at the bottom. They could be showing you things about, oh man, a lot of history. And there's the king. Would you kneel before the king, right? And say, I'm clean. I don't know who that's for, but he fell under her. So this would be your... This could even be, there could be something where they're showing you, or they're going to show you that you and this guy that you keep trying to force things with, that this is actually something that you were supposed to get out of this. This could represent like a constant, vicious, this could be life cycle. I feel like this is life cycles, not even karmic cycles, where I need to get out of this. How do I get out of this? You become stuck because now you meet up with this person again in this lifetime, and you become, or somebody else, right? And now you're married, and what this does and everything, like, great, now look at this cord. Look what I noticed now, that this is a cord to like a kite. Now how many times they've probably been trying to tell me that this is a cord. Take a minute and look. And I think that whatever you were connecting yourself to was this feels like a fight. Like I'm always fighting with these men, or for the men that feel like you're this with a significant other, a wife or a mom even. It could be, God damn, what the my fucking dad and I argue like we're husband and wife. I smell meth through pores. Okay. And yeah, I think every single lifetime, it's the same thing. It messes up your frequency, and it definitely cuts your connection with something else that may be telling you, look, you're of alien species. We have some weird arm thing that we do telepathically in our mind, where you can tell us that you want us to remove you, to help, heal you, do these other things. There are hand gestures for everything, and you can even telepathically say something in Sumerian so that the old ancestors can come and help out with some things. Yeah, we don't curse with these. They're different. No, they're higher up than Assyrians and Assyrians. And then this is constantly keeping you waiting. This could be, look, I'm cheating, always having a wandering eye, right? Sneaking out at night. This is reminding me, look, like with the cloak, hold on, with the cloak and shit, the moon is like, let me get in my horse, my freaking carriage and shit, and whoop, that's it. Yep. And it's the same thing. You are destined for what? Is it to take over? Is this to get ancestral wealth back? I don't know. The wealth could just be self-respect as a queen. For me, is worth more than the treasure. 14 minutes. Let's see with the downgraded side. That was the upgrade. Was it the whatever? Let's talk about the downgraded side. We have the arrogant, right? Demanding, I demand this. Stand my ground. I'm standing my ground. Yeah, but you're standing your ground against your husband. And that's, I want you strong. That's why I married you. This is defiant, though. This smells like, no. It doesn't seem to matter what we argue about. It's not that we argue. It's everything becomes. This is not a debate. Debates don't happen 3 times a day within a relationship dynamic. Standing my ground 7 times today. 7 times. Lucky 7. Ooh, woo. Stand up, and then we went to 9. Standing my ground, but then it's this. I say something, and then I put my, that's which would be I say something, and then I shut the door. Oh, and then you expect for this guy, or this woman who feels more masculine than you, to just, hold on. I think someone's disappointed that they moved out of the city and they don't have that. They used to do this with people and then go to the bar. Yeah, man. And then they would play victim and shit. And this was freaking me. This could even be a hotel. Somebody had some kind of life where they could stay at different establishments. Even is also what I'm feeling. But this is going to be for multiple, but similar, right? Like different but similar. They lied about some things, and I think they lied about who they were, where they came from, and then that lie turned into another lie that I have to make up because this lie is either wearing out or times are changing or someone died. Now I gotta move. I always wind up on myself. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely, or I tell myself that, or it's vice versa. I don't care. I care, but I don't. All right, so this stand in the ground feels like I always wind up here by myself again. I'm disappointed also in how many people, I don't feel that you put money over much. I understand where it's needed and what it's needed for me, where it's needed and what it's needed for. But it's I feel like you're always, you don't have a lot. You don't have a nest egg, or you don't right now. And I wind up alone. Right? And it's what is this? Or I wind up in jail or dealing with tickets. Like, what is this? Are you wondering if you're cursed? Why is it that I see, oh, well, this could be, first off, I know it's just, this is a lot I'm taking in. Somebody did some kind of destiny swap thing, and because you haven't been clearing your black magic, or you haven't been, I haven't been listening to it. I listened to it this morning, and I felt some things pop, and it wasn't on me. I'm going to listen to that more often. And it feels like a swap, where this could have even been a past life, something about a past life. Someone was a cop or an agent, and it could have been that you were a gangster or something like that. And it could be that the two of you don't get along, that these two opposite women, one feels, where are you going, right? And the other one feels, I'll run shit while you're away. You know what I mean? And it's whoever this guy is or this woman is feels like I don't know which one you chose. Let's find out. For this particular person, I'm going to flip out letters, and I want to see which one that they chose. TH. SEMIOK. I see smoke clearly. The smoke. Hades smoke. EL. And let's find out which one you chose. Tell me about these particular. Which one? Oh, a King of Wands in reverse. Did you choose men? Or this is a very violent. This is the one where you thought that the interaction, that the bedroom shit was vile. So then that was going to be great, but you didn't think about that pouring over into other areas. And this is drinking, like, holy friggin' shit. That's why. All right, for the one that where I'm disappointed we moved out of the city, because I used to go that this is why they could be experiencing some type of alcohol withdrawal even still, because I feel like they went this would be the city would be like, oh my god, they had $1.50 drafts. This one here, they're dressed a little differently, and I think that wherever you're at, it's they're not really in walking distance, and it would cost me $12 or $10 for a drink, where it would have cost me $3 something before. Yeah, it's, they have a bank account, but it feels like they could have addictions, and this feels more like shopping addiction and the alcohol. Yeah, and this is drugs, alcohol, shopping, the great addictions, or the great addiction to all addictions. This is right. And since something has been pre-planned since they were a child, and this feels like fate, but a bad fate, where you were incarnated, as this. Yeah. As a child, they were attractive. This is one. I'll tell you what, how dark is the universe, or this thing, whatever it's called. It may not even be called that. How do we know it's called that? Just, that's another earthly term, which is scary when you think about it. If this didn't exist, what we have, and what the outcome of ancestors and lifetimes, and us possibly lifetimes, and building this and having something to do with building and destroying each lifetime, possibly. And we take out all of the vocabulary, everything, definition. Yeah. What is this? What are we? Maybe all of that kind of true stuff mixed with completely not true needs to go away. Maybe this great fall, this reset, this after fall is what I heard. After falls, it could have already fallen somewhere, or things already started, and maybe, well, we're gonna have to do something. It's not just about businesses so much, and it's about people now wanting to do shit for other people. Well, wanting to and feeling like you have to. I would say, don't do it for me if you feel like you have to, okay? Or if you're my only option, please don't. Try to look at it differently for you too. Well, you do something for me, and now it's like, okay, well, for me, just don't bring it up. Don't make me feel bad about it. You may not see me again for 3 months. You're the one you have to deal with every day. You make it whatever it is that where you can sit at night and be at peace. I did this because I felt like it was time for me to do something, and they were the only person that I knew that was genuinely changing. It's justified now. Yeah, you can trick your own self, manipulate your own self, and gaslight yourself. It's the freest spirit possible. Yeah, I lie to myself, but I forgive myself. And then I reward myself, right? Oh, this person was really cute as a child, and then they started looking a little rougher with the emperor as they got older. And whatever this upgrade feels like, it doesn't feel like a gender issue to me. This is this. It's the drinking, no doubt, the partying. I think somebody thought that they were going to be able, because you turned into something a little mean, just a little mean and angry with what happened in your life. But also, I hope things that you've done that was cause and effect your whole life, right? And like, that wasn't just things happening to you, that was things coming back to you as well. But I didn't even do that. You don't remember. See, sometimes it skips a few times, and then it comes back as something that you don't ever come back from, possibly. Or whatever you did, now momentum, it makes a few stops. Let's say that you wished somebody would get hurt. Without being the one to facilitate the hurt, you just wished for it. But that person is that there are beings in human form and form here that are better than others. Let's say that you're the other, and it would be where you're at genetically. It's all about genetics, which gives off a frequency, which says what you bring into this world. And people just kind of, when you give up on growing, you will become a descendant, if not an outdated species. But you'll have a life of struggle constantly because of the universal law and just how energy and flow works. It's whoever figured out don't tell the masses this so we can control them in some way was genius then. But now it's too much, and I'm not saying this to say that they're, I'm apprehensive on what words I use, because someone's going to see it as either me being threatening or overpower or saying that's not what I'm a medium. I can't stand it. I can't. I don't want to have to say someone's name and make it known that they're speaking through me, so somebody doesn't say, God damn it, was she saying that to me? Is she challenging us? This Ave DNA show is taking a toll on some of you. The good thing is you can use that as an excuse. This will be a whole other now grounds for content. Real, true content. How about the Fae underground? Any acquaintance, friends that know about these beings? They're mixing all kinds of DNA, Chad, that you have some type of footage? Come on. How could you be in the presence of somebody like that and hold it in? I couldn't do it. I would have to be a part of that shit. Listen, with that kind of thing that you have, he'll find something for you to do to be like on board with this shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want it. I want the one that upgraded. Okay, well, I don't want a husband. I'm not gay. I'll take the one, but I go back and forth, right? I can't. I'm not fully upgraded. What are they upgraded to? A 996. I'm an 840. I don't think that's gonna work. What do we need to do here? Somebody needs to go home first. I don't know if you moved away. Maybe you're waiting to go home. I mean, it could be that this guy was also like this, right? Maybe they chose the one that downgraded first. Now I'm overweight, or I'm just lazy. I lost all my money. I'm drinking. I'm doing drugs, and yada. This is different than just I want to live a free life. This is I'm stuck here, and I want to be as numb as possible. I don't mind doing this shit being on mobile, right? And me having a little bit of money and shit, or the ability to travel, even if it's just within my city, and just see different parts of the city and talk to different people, just to be out of the house or not stuck in one spot. Compassion. This person still wants it. I feel like they want people to have compassion for them, and it's because of this demanding, controlling. This female that they were with wore off on them because the female turned into a male type of where I said, and their voice could even started changing with the mineral and solidness. I went to grab their shoulders and I couldn't believe it. And instinct, God, that motherfucker hopped up like they took the tree tall jujitsu. I mean, they hopped up on this shit. Somebody had a combination of keto, and Bruce Lee. This nigga hopped up on the kitchen counter like nobody's business. Yeah, women don't. Women are. They hop, they prance, they fairy tale around. But this was a little different. This was a mix of. No, I don't want to say too much, but it is like a female Catwoman, and Andre the Giant. Yeah. Yep. Hello, sir. And yeah, that's what I got. So the upgrading, the downgrading, we have this animal instinct. I mean, somebody in there climbed the walls. I don't know. This could be some of the DNA. Maybe they're asking for people to have compassion, that people are finding out they're cleansing this. Oh, with the solidness and the DNA too, with this, I do believe that some people are experiencing some discomfort. This could be, but I'm not 100%. Don't hold me to everything that I say. Just most of it. Most of it, yeah. Until they edit the words now in my video, but here's the original. Somebody thought about that though. You could feel like something's being pulled from your body. DNA removal and upgrade at the same time it's a hell-like experience. How do I know? Just hang in there. Yeah, and purity. You want to rid yourself of, the DNA, I believe, comes with characteristics. The lack of achievement is what I heard, but I don't know that's just no stride, no bravery, addiction to, but it's addiction. See, addiction is also an earthly word. Is it just celebrating? I mean, we watch videos of Vikings and warriors, 3 shields, right? And they drink excessively, and they get drunk, and they fight, and there were good times and bad times. Yeah, I think with this, I need to have a life where there's never any problems. I don't ever want to have any run-ins. I need my pants creased and my fucking, some motherfuckers ironing creases in their pants, which I love. I can't wait to bring Jordache and Sergio Valente's back that way. I will. That and the satin short set with the jacket, I will, with the stripes on it on the arms. Yes. I'm excited for it. Please don't do it and leave me hanging. That's not, you're gonna need me. I mean, from where you are, the sunshine in your life. This is good. All right, now, but I want to talk about. I want to get a demon card for some reason, and then I'm going to get a drumstick. Got a box of drumsticks at the dollar store. I can't wait. I think I ate 4 in one night. You go back. All right. No rank in the hellish royalty hierarchy whatsoever. Instead, he works in the equivalent of the infernal maintenance industry. So there could be someone that works in maintenance. Yeah. It is a very big job for such a small demon. This person could be a shorter or just a smaller person. But his rank would be far less impressive if he were ruler. This could be somebody that likes to have that kind of role, but either they shrink, and they're talking about that. They actually are small, and that plays a part in why they're so overbearing, and they need to have a certain type of a reputation. Dispac, is that a last name? Despite his lack of royal title, Yuko Box efforts reflect on all those of higher rank. Second to Satan by some accounts. Oh, the Lord of the Flies has tasked the demon with his job of maintaining the boilers. Every time I hear Lord of the Flies, I always think of every man for themselves and backstab and betrayal when you're supposed to work together as a group. Maybe this is another thing here where, okay, I got it. I'm going to upgrade from here. And this person's upgrade is I can't be with these types of people anymore. I can't be with someone. I understand it's a kill or be killed type of world that we're in. I don't need for my world to be like that all the time. If I don't want to be that this is what my life is. It's either you're in some kind of industry of some sort where you feel this way. It may have nothing to do with those types of organizations, but it could be that too. Like, what am I doing? Let's say right now that I took a spaceship by myself, took a ship and landed on Neptune and saw that there were homes there. It was different. Like it was empty, but I had a whole new start. Would I choose this life again? Or would I just kind of relax and learn now off of no media and nobody else? How do you think you would do there? You would probably have to release a lot of the programming from here. You'd be getting up. What do? I check my email, right? I get my coffee. I sit outside. But those two things were the best part of your morning, though. As soon as you sit outside, bring. I mean, is it forced? Is some of it targeting as well? Who knows? I guess you know that better than I do. Would you go back? Maybe that's what they're asking. If you had an opportunity to go to another planet or go on a ship, let's say the crazy shit is this is a ship. We have felt this thing move we're in, or you haven't really, and you could be on something else, but hearing me telepathically somehow, I don't know. It's just anything is possible for me, and I just start spitting shit. Sometimes it really doesn't make any sense. Or that moment. You go back, right? Judgment. This is clearing out karma, though. I'm sorry. I feel like you have to get to a certain level of purity. That's what they're saying after that. It was innocence. You go back, or you got to keep coming back. This could be Atlantis. This could be that there is a chancellor in hell. I'm not sure where, but look, the stars. This looks like Atlantis to me, or wherever you're create. This feels like destiny, where I'm fated to go. But we're going to have to cut back on some things. You're going to have to cut back on what? Dealing with liars, cheaters, and thieves that can interrupt your practicing during meditation to go immediately under and imagine that you are now in whatever that position is that you, whether you're sitting in a chair, laying flat, that's where you land wherever it is you're supposed to. For those of you who feel, because I know that there's a lot of what if and the possibilities could be, and what's the harm in thinking or believing it, right? With what's going on, this is what I got for where I'm at and what I have to work with. It could be, let me lay down, and I believe I could wind up in some sort of pod or cell, like in the movie Passenger. Some of you are watching movies and thinking, God, are they telling us something? It may not be. The people who created them may not know this level of knowledge with it. They could have just figured like, all right, well, they came up with this idea and it's a great storyline, right? But really there were other beings telling them about something else through them. That there are ships with pods of you waiting in there, or right, and it could be that you could teleport your entire body to one. You could be stuck on this thing. I mean, listen to me. What if we did this, right? Let's just say hypothetically that from somewhere else, obviously, forget where, we did this and then got stuck. And it could have been a long time ago, which is why for some people they can't find your parents or figure out where your true birth certificate is. It could be that you have crossed over or been around longer than you think, and you could be the God, the star seeds, these contemplates, these higher ascended masters. You don't age like everybody else. There could be some beings that worked with some beings down here that knew that certain people had, and I mean, there's jealousy everywhere. It's here. It's if you exist, it's there. It's an emotion. It's not a human thing. It's just an existence thing. But it could have been something like that, where certain people were attacked because they had a certain kind of bloodline. Whether those people are still alive that remember or not. But this is just logic now with some of the things that are becoming facts. This is facts, and it just makes sense. From stuff we learned 20 years ago to shit I just learned yesterday. This shit is starting to make so much sense. I believe you may even, and I don't know how much, that you may run into a certain type of a species. For those of you who have interaction like that, that's gonna confirm that there are certain people. They're gonna give the names and everything. They don't have to give universal name, just the names of their whoever they are in this lifetime. I know that you have interaction with certain beings. For the people who don't believe in this, that's great. This isn't hurting you in any way, but that they will give you names and give you information about whether there are other ships and they're supposed to be on them and how to make that happen and stuff. Some of you may have to clear out some karma by just being helpful in this situation. You know, I don't have the money, but I mean, I can tell that I fucked up a little bit. Maybe I messed with some. Every time I go to make a move with this, something bad happens. I'm tired of fighting myself. Am I gonna look like more of a fool that I said, nope, I'm gonna wait until everything is gone and I'm in a body cast? Or am I gonna, when I finally have a microphone or just somebody in my face asking questions about this, am I gonna be the kind of guy that says, I stopped the fight. It wasn't a fight anymore. It was a two-sided fight. How's that? I lost interest. There's the best way to describe it, simply. There are ships. There are 32, I see 3 and 2, but I'm apprehensive. Ships lined up for chosen ones, star seeds, and agnaughts to safely teleport or transport to their assigned wreckage. Well, let's see what is the actual as a synonym for wreckage. What did I do with that phone? I'm horrible with this shit. Wreckage. Shell, remainder, fragments, remains. It could be this is going to wind up. Some of you is what I'm feeling from somewhere are attacking your same species, and there are people that know that your DNA is very similar to someone else's. These are also siblings or family members that they separated and used in this experiment to turn them against each other. Yeah, it's weird. This is what I got, like this weird. And look, I'll tell you what, I don't feel like, well, I don't know, there's a puppet master, but you sure do look like somebody on YouTube with this vested suit, okay? And it's just reminds me of someone that's really dark, and usually these types of people are very smart. They're very learned, they're great with explaining things, and you connect with them. They are like spirits, like it's a philosophical Stockholm syndrome where you admire their wisdom so much, but you really don't know, and you can't knock them. It's that you have a dark side to get through things in life like this where you learn this much shit this early on. You must have been through some things, and those things, they breed darkness. But because people like this, they give back. You know, they're open books. Usually they have no choice to be, because people like this are often not preyed upon, just targeted for certain reasons, if not attacked, where some friends will send some people to bring alcohol or drugs or something back into your life, and you won't know till 30 years later that some of your closest friends had some things to do with some pretty trying times, connected to some pretty trying times in your life. But everything has to come out. This is that thing of, right, the truth always comes out. It's better off to tell it yourself ahead of time, because of all of the adding and the lack of infrastructure when it comes to just cold hard facts is correct. Hello, Mr. Peterson. I admire you very much. Yep, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this helped for who this was for. There's upgrades, there's downgrades, and bloop.